Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. Thank you again for stopping by. It's deeply appreciated. It was a pleasure this morning interviewing Nick O'Donoghue, the Chief Executive Officer of the Commonwealth Development Corporation, and Tenbite MES, who's head of Africa. And we're in the edit suite right now. Really fascinating interview, actually. They're really intrepid investors describing to me an investment in a Congolese palm oil plantation, describing to me investments in Kenya, and the fact that they look at every part of Africa. Very interesting. Look forward to publishing that. In the meantime, if you haven't checked out my interview with Simon Bransfield-Garth, the Chief Executive Officer of Azuri Technologies, who will be my guest on the 2nd of February at Mindspeak. You're most welcome to attend. It's filled up overnight, it's packed. This is all about off-grid solar, which is actually an area of investment for CDC as well. And I really look forward to that Mindspeak session. It's an enormous market opportunity, 600 million people. Macro thoughts, according to Zero Hedge, and I like to think I preempted him on this bit of news, cash was the only positive returning asset in 2018. And then he quotes Ray Dalio, who said, if you're holding cash, you're going to feel pretty stupid. In fact, you didn't. On the 24th of December, when I was reviewing what we saw happen in the markets, I said the best trade in 2018 was in fact to hold dollar cash. And the dollar was the defining theme of 2018. And I said it made perfect sense when you consider that the US Fed dialed up interest rates to 2.25%, 2.5%, and dialed down their balance sheet. Many folks have been seized with the prospect of replacing the king dollar from Venezuela's Maduro, who will be replaced long before the king dollar is ever replaced, and his petrocurrency gig, to many others too various to mention, including Vladimir Putin, who's been downshifting his dollar positions. However, what is clear, I said at the end of 2018, is that the defining theme in 2018 was the dollar cash. In fact, one of the best trades to have done last year was to have run the carry in the shilling, bought 1-year treasury bills, and you would have had a double-digit dollarized return. Euro sterling, have a look at this chart from Forex Flow Live. I think, whatever happens now, give or take, sterling is poised to go higher. We might get a knee-jerk trade-off, but essentially I think it's deeply and steeply undervalued. And I was bullish about sterling last Friday at as the market bounced. I put out a buy at 129.70. We then dumped below 129. But I'm going to stick by that trade. And I was saying that on the basis that Corbyn was asking for a second referendum, on the basis that the youth vote would come out again and support a second referendum and support Remain. But I think that was a little bit of a bold call. It's still not clear that Remain will win this second time round.